So I was a little bit of a wild child when I was younger. I was constantly running through our neighbor's yard in the drainage ditch and damming it up and finding what I could in it, and taking my mother's butter knives from our kitchen drawer, draining the sap out of the pine trees and using it to stick leaves to my treehouse. So I was doing all of this, and it was really at Fort Craig, which was the dynamic learning school I went to elementary school at, where I really found some of my love of the outdoors at the Greenskeepers Club with Carol Green, where I learned how to make feeder pine cones with lard and bird seed, and I learned about compost and worms. And so I wanted, for my capstone project, I wanted to bring these experiences to kids today, and that's how I came up with Returning to the Woods. My name is Rachel Ottinger. So a stunning statistic is that kids spend 14 times of their time with screens as to one of their time outside. And so this project started with the book that I read over the summer, Last Child in the Woods, which is Saving Our Children from Nature Deficit Disorder. So Last Child in the Woods stems from the lack of nature, which is shown to cause obesity, depression, and attention disorders in children. And so this was the main thing that started my project. And so from that, I started the CBA Sustainability Badge Program. And so I started it with three main things in mind. So I had the ecology section, I had a section for leave no trace, and a section for invasive species. And so this was my rough draft of what I started for the actual badge. And so I talked with my mentors, namely Miss Jackie, as she worked at Coulter Grove Intermediate School, about what teachers needed in the classroom. And so in talking with her, teachers were struggling with having activities and games that fit curriculum and also engage students. And so I created curriculum which fit within my subsets of my sustainability badge that were easy 10 minutes which teachers could take and work into their curriculum. And it was outlined with the model that Clayton Bradley used. So here's one of my examples of my curriculum, and this was what I used for the ecology subset. And so I had my key points, which I used here, the engage portion, which would often include a TED Talk, a YouTube video, something to get students looking engaged within the content. The explore section, which would be actually engaging within the outdoors, going on a walk outside, if it was actually being used within the classroom, if it was outside of the classroom, that could be any manner of outdoor type excursion. For this one, this was defining biomes, looking at abiotic, biotic factors, and some sort of game. This one was Salamander Tales, a game where you attach bandana to the back of your pants and you try to grab it off of one another, as salamanders are territorial in nature. So that applies there. And explain, where students have to go back and talk about the explore and the engage concepts from that. And so from these things, nature is still a really big part of my life. And all of these things, from the parts that Last Child in the Woods has taught me, and the parts of the badges and everything comes back to, it's all still very relevant in my life now and has been in the past. And I would really rather be out there right now than I would right now. Thank you.